Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here and of this little community here on YouTube. And if you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new here, my name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, and all matter of false, occult and spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those things, this is a place for you. Please subscribe. Join this amazing community, click the bell icon to be notified each time I post a new video. And if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. Today I'm going to talk about, is seeing believing? And the answer to this question is no, because when you believe in something, you don't need to see it. You just know in your heart and soul what you believe in exists. You don't need a scientific document or fact to prove what you believe in exists. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. It would be nice. There's a lot of things I believe in, a lot of things that those of us in the spiritual community believe in, and it'd be nice if they were backed up with fact, but we don't need fact to prove it exists, because we know it exists deep in our heart and soul. And yes, as human beings, it's beautiful to have the ability of sight, and I'm grateful for my ability of sight, and it's a great ability to have. It's great to be, open your eyes and be able to see people, buildings, to see the world around you. And everything we see around us is just energy, but because we live in a third dimensional world, we see things as a physical object or a physical thing, when in reality it's just energy. That's what it is. But also, real seeing as a clairvoyant is seeing in the mind. It's seeing images as clear as day in your mind. But also real seeing isn't just about in your mind, it's also knowing in your heart and soul and deep down what you believe in as the truth. And that's where real seeing comes in. And then there are many beings but are spiritual beings but are not physical beings, but they're called the seen and the unseen. For example, fairies are called the seen and the unseen because fairies have been seen by certain individuals, and fairies are the guardians and spirits of nature. That's what they are. And not all of them are good, not all of them are bad, and sometimes they're neither good nor bad. It's just some of them want to help us, some of them don't, and some of them are very tricksterous. There's different types of fairies and all different types of those, in the fairy realm there's all different types of fairies, and they rule over different things. But you see fairies with your third eye, and you also see them in your heart, and that's how a lot of children can see fairies, because when you're a child you're more opened to, when you're a child you've got more imagination, you're more opened to believing in things when you become, but then as you get older the magic sort of gets drained out of you a little bit, or quite a lot really, when you get a lot older. Whereas a lot of children would draw pictures of fairies, or they have imaginary friends but are actually not necessarily imaginary friends, because I've heard stories and I know it's true, but some children they have an imaginary friend, and sometimes it is just an imaginary friend, but in other cases children have got a friend who it's imaginary but it's not, it's actually a spirit or an entity similar to them, like a child spirit or things like that. But real seeing is seeing in your inner mind, and when you see in your inner mind you can sort of see things with your physical eyes, but it's seeing in your inner mind, and it's knowing in your heart and soul that something exists. That's real seeing. Yes, it's beautiful. The way we as human beings are able to see the world around us is beautiful, but real seeing, like, there's stories about people seeing angels and things like that as well, in the past and even in the present day, but more in the past we hear about this, because angels are beings you see in your mind and you see in your heart, and you get a feeling that they're there. And there's lots of ways that angels and spiritual beings make their presence known to you. Same with a lot of gods, like God Odin has reached out to me a lot in my dreams, and his energy does feel like very much like air and very like cold energy, but is a deity I respect and want to work with in the future, and I've told him that in my own way. But that's how deities reach out to you in your dreams. They'll give you signs in your waking life. But also real seeing takes place in your mind and your heart, and you just know deep down what you believe in is the truth, but it does exist. When you believe in something, there's no doubt in your mind. There's no doubt. It's like people go, I believe in God, but there's no doubt. A lot of people, you do get a few people that say they believe in God, but they're doubting Thomas, meaning part of them believes in it, but they don't believe in it 100%. Whereas you get people like me, but I've got no doubt. I've never had any. I know there's people that they might believe at one point, but because of stress or because they're in a time of darkness, they may question, are they really God, and are they a higher power? They may have doubt. I've never had any doubt in my mind what divinity exists. There are many spiritual beings, there are many higher powers that exist in this universe, and this world is just one of many. But real seeing takes place in the mind, the heart and soul. That's real seeing. And when you believe in something, you don't need to see it to believe, because there's a lot of things people believe in, but you can't see them with your physical eyes. It's just like, if you feel in your heart and soul that someone is not good for you, and they're not what they claim, and they're not genuine, or you get a feeling you shouldn't go to a party but you've been invited to, that is your body's already telling you, you're already seeing that event's going to be a disaster. And that's not fear, that's not worry, it's your intuition. There's a difference between fear and intuition, because the feeling of intuition is a deep feeling that doesn't go away, and it can linger on you for days and days. So it's like you could be invited to a party, and then you might get a bit of fear, but then you get the confidence to go, but then that deep feeling you shouldn't go doesn't go away as well. But real seeing is not believing. It's real seeing is in the mind and the heart and soul. As always, giving you a wise and spiritual message. I hope it resonates, I hope it makes sense. Till next time, stay safe, stay magical and witchy, blessed be.